How's it going, everyone? I'm back with another video. This one's gonna be a fun one, I think. Like, it's a story time at the highest I've ever been. Anyways, let's get started with the story time, right? I'm gonna talk a little bit about the build-up here, all right? So basically, it happened at a campground that my best friend's cousins own. I'd been there twice before. I've only been there 3 times. Every single time, I know it's about to be a fucking good-ass time. Her cousins that own the campground, they smoke so much fucking weed. More weed than I've ever seen anyone smoke. Even like a rapper or like a weed YouTuber or whoever. Whoever you know that smokes, those two girls, bro, they smoked insane, like the insane amounts, bro. And their weed was good, too. They had good, strong-ass fucking shit. And they smoked daily, bro. Every time I'm there at that campground, more story time worthy shit happens. And the 3rd time, highest I ever got, that's what this video is about. I had just gotten off of work, and in my pocket, I had 5 geek bars that I was gonna sell to people. I already had, I think, 2 or 3 of them that were already accounted for. And then I had 2. One of them actually I was going to give to my best friend's sister, who was, of course, with us as well. And one of them, I was thinking, shit, I could just keep that for myself, to be honest. So I did that, and then right getting out of work, they're like, oh, hey, do you want to come to the campground? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm coming to that fucking campground. I love going there. But I get fucked up. And then, so I texted my mom. I'm able to go, all squared. I go to them, I go in the car, and everything just lined up perfectly right. I go there, it's like maybe it's like an hour drive. We stop on the way, we get a Warhead pickle. That shit was ass, I'm not gonna lie. So we get there. I gotta get better with this, but I handed out like 3 geek bars. I actually think I handed all of them out. And the reason I did that was because I got so fried, right? So we're hitting her little pipe, we're hitting joint, we're just passing shit around, just talking, whatever. All of them got way higher weed tolerances than me, but I'm still holding my own, you know, and I'm a heavy hitter too. I hit that shit for a while, I take long hits, hit it a bunch of times when it's my turn, but I do remember getting high and all that. And every time I get high, I get into, like, my own world. I'm just, like, thinking. Especially if I'm in a big group of people until they look over and they're like, yo, are you good? But that did happen a couple times, but it was all right. And then, basically, I was waiting for us to start drinking. Because it was only my 3rd time drinking, I'm pretty sure. And I was waiting for us to start drinking. And they kept saying, oh, yeah, soon. We're going to start drinking soon. And so I just keep hitting shit non-stop. A couple times we went outside. I think we walked to the dock at one point. Took a walk. It was a nice sunny area. They had like a big lake. We just took a walk. It was a lot of these like fucking like hillbilly type people that like were on this campground, like Trump supporters and shit like that. So I kind of did feel out of place, but you know, it is what it is. I was fried as fuck. I honestly did not give a fuck. And it was just a really nice, chill, fun experience. I don't really remember much of that point, but I just remember hitting the weed over and over and over and over again once we got back. Out of the pipe. I remember the pipe so well because the pipe really wrecked my shit, bro. I hit so much off the pipe, and eventually they all stopped kind of smoking. They were just like on TikTok, you know, talking, whatever. And I'm pretty sure it was my best friend, my best friend's sister, my best friend's 2 cousins, and one of their friends. I'm pretty sure that's who was there, and me, of course. And I'm just smoking, bro. I'm just smoking, and they all stopped smoking because they're already fried, and they're just doing their thing, and they have a way higher tolerance, and they do this shit every day, so it's not like anything special to them. Me, I never have weed. At this point, I think I was just starting to buy my own carts and stuff like that, so, you know, like, my tolerance, I really didn't have a tolerance. I really didn't have a tolerance at all at this point. But I just keep hitting this little pipe. And literally, I go for like 3 or 4 refills of the fucking bowl for them. I'm like, hey, can you refill this? And they're like, fuck yeah. Because they love people who smoke. They love me over there because I just be smoking my fucking, until my brains melt out of my goddamn ears. And I don't really remember what led up to the point. But I got so fried up until the point where I literally felt like Jesse from Breaking Bad the first time that he tried heroin. I don't think I can say that. I literally felt like that. I don't know how much time passed. It was like sleep paralysis. I was in the bed, They were all doing their thing. I could hear them perfectly. I could feel everything. I knew I was awake. I wasn't dreaming. I wasn't asleep. I was that fried, because usually when you get too fried, you fall asleep. And I was just laying on the bed, eyes closed, but I was fully awake. Like, I couldn't move. I could not move. And they kept messing with me, trying to be like, hey, wake up, because they thought I was asleep. So they were just trying to mess with me and shit like that. But in my head, I can't talk either. But in my head, I'm like, I'm awake. I am awake. I know I'm so fucking fried.
I'm fried like this chicken for real.
But anyway, that shit was like sleep paralysis for real. I couldn't see anything. My eyes were closed. I couldn't move my body. I couldn't talk. None of that. So obviously they thought I was asleep. Like that for hours. A few times they try to wake me up and I'm awake, and and eventually I'm able to be like, I'm awake. I am awake. Like, I'm awake. I've been awake this whole time. And they don't actually believe me. They're like, yeah, sure, you weren't asleep. Get up. Come on, let's do something. And so I try to get up, right? I try to get up, and I'm gonna reenact it right now. I'm in the bed, right? I'm laying like this, just head down, like how you would at like your desk at school. And I'm like this, and then I try to get up, and I'm like, and I can't keep myself up. And then I try it again. I'm down here, and I'm just like, and then I fall to the side. I remember that. I can't get up. My eyes are, now that I'm trying to really move, my eyes are literally rolling into the back of my fucking head. This shit was intense. So I couldn't move for hours, and it was literally like sleep paralysis. Eventually, hours later, I think like 3 or 4 hours later, after me just laying on the bed doing that, I don't have my AirPods in, nothing. When you're that fried that you're like I said, like sleep paralysis, you can't fucking move, and you want to move. I wanted to move. I wanted to do shit with my friends. I couldn't, so I didn't really like the music, because I wanted to be, I wanted to feel more present. If I can't talk, I want to listen to my friends right now. You know what I mean? Eventually, they like shook me, and they were like, we're gonna start drinking now. So if you want to come, then you have to come, or otherwise we're gonna leave you here. And they weren't being they weren't being mean. They didn't really say it like that, but you know, there was urgency. It was like, you gotta get up, because if you don't get up, we're just gonna leave you here, and then we're gonna go drink without you. And so I was like, okay, shit, fuck, whatever. So we get on the floor. They had a cherry buzzball, and also vodka and moonshine. I took a bunch of, I have a video, that video's fire. You can see me in it. I'll put it up right now.
When we get done, they gonna play this back. I thought fine she wanted me, but she wanted Max. I can kick my feet or not, I can really relax. She gonna fuck the game for free, we ain't got pill.
So yeah, we were just taking shots of vodka, shots of buzzball, and actually, this night is the night I threw up on the girls' bathroom floor, and I'll tell about that in a second. They tell me to take a shot of vodka, and I'm like, I don't really know, because I don't like straight alcohol. The buzzballs were the only thing I could really keep down. They tasted really good. I could swallow them easily. They didn't taste like fucking rubbing alcohol. I took 2 shots of vodka. I actually took 1 shot, and then like a half a shot, and I was like, and then it, God, it's gonna be able to throw up just thinking about it, because I can't handle that shit. And then we did the buzzball. Shots of buzzball, all that type. Everybody else is taking shots of vodka. And eventually I get a cup of my Pepsi. I fill half Pepsi, half cherry buzzball. It tastes like a cherry fucking Pepsi. I love Pepsi. That shit got me drunk as fuck. And my high had basically worn off at that point. And I was telling my best friend, I was not asleep. I was telling everybody about the experience I had, and they're like, that's fucking crazy, bruh. Like, but are you sure you weren't asleep? They still didn't believe me, but they were like, if that's true, that's fucking crazy. I've never had that happen to me. I'm so fucking mad, because one of them thought I was asleep again, because I was still really fried at this point. I was fried. I was good enough to talk and take the shots and all, but I was still really fried. And so I sat against the bed on the floor, just like with my eyes closed for a second. And then my fucking best friend's cousin, who's it's her room with carpet, throws like a pillow at me or some shit and knocks my fucking Pepsi and cherry buzzball, spills like over half of it. I had like the full cup there, and they just spilled all of it all over the carpet. Not my fucking fault. That's what you fucking get, because you wasted my fucking alcohol, and I'm not asleep. How many times I gotta tell you that I'm not asleep? It was getting nighttime. It was nighttime, and so we go out in the campground, and we're doing the shit we always do. We're just running around. joking, walking. We went to the dock. I have a picture of that. That was my lock screen until I met my boyfriend, and then he became my lock screen. I'm gonna put that up on screen. That picture is how I felt. So fried, so drunk, crossfaded as fuck. And that picture is literally how I felt the whole night after we drank, I'd say. But eventually, the vodka, those 2 shots of vodka, start really messing with my stomach. I could feel that nauseous feeling the whole time after we drank. After those 2 shots of vodka, and I could feel, and I've never thrown up on alcohol before this point. But basically, eventually, the nausea becomes too much, kind of, and it's not even the nausea, honestly. It's just that I'm faded out of my fucking mind. I've never been that faded before, off of anything. And so we all go in the girls' bathroom, because all 5 of them are girls, and I am not a girl, obviously. But it was nighttime, and it was their campground, so it was like, it doesn't fucking matter. They're all in the mirror, touching up. I think one of them is like touching up their makeup. 2 of them are like doing a TikTok. They're doing their own thing at the mirrors. I think my best friend is also like fixing her hair or something like that. And I'm sitting on the floor behind them next to the fucking trash can in the bathroom, this fucking dirty ass bathroom floor. And I'm just like this. My legs like that, and I just go randomly. I throw up. I ate a lot that day too. Chunky, most throw up I've probably ever thrown up in my life. All over the fucking girls' bathroom floor, and they're all like, oh my fucking god. A couple of them are like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I can't see that shit. I'm gonna throw up. I threw up all over my leg and my shoe, and they're just like, what the fuck, Nick? What the fuck? And they're like, you gotta clean this up. And I'm like, I'm too fucking like I'm too high and drunk. And they're like, fine. You're right. And they're like, you're right. It's fine. We'll clean this up in the morning. But I'm being stubborn as fuck, and I feel great now because I just threw up, and I'm not feeling nauseous anymore because I threw up. So I'm feeling great now. So I go and I sit there and I get a hose from outside while they're all watching me, and they're like, come on, just leave it alone. Come on. I get the hose, I clean my throat, I'm stomping it down the drain that's in the middle of the floor with the water. It's really nasty, but I cleaned it all up. Then after that, we went back to the dock, and everything was fine. Eventually, I fell asleep. They said I was snoring really loud. I was literally on the floor like... I missed a whole thing. I was in a really deep sleep because I missed a whole thing where some, 6'5" guy came in and fucked my best friend's sister or something like that. In a different room, obviously. That would be creepy as fuck if it, whatever. And apparently it was, a big thing that happened in the night. And I just slept through it. And that guy apparently made fun of me, and I was snoring so loud on the floor, he saw me. And the next morning, woke up, played Roblox with my best friend on the floor, and I never have had a hangover or anything like that, so it was whatever. Had a really good sleep, to be honest. I always have a good sleep after I drink. People wake up with hangovers and shit like that. I always sleep so fucking good. And another funny thing that happened, my best friend is thirsty, and she's like, whose water bottle is this? Fuck it, I don't care. And then she drinks it. It's vodka, straight fucking vodka, bro. That was crazy. And then, totally forgot to mention this other kid. I wasn't the only boy there. This is 12-year-old kid. I could tell a bunch of stories about him. He smokes way more than I've ever smoked, drinks way more than I've ever smoked, and this motherfucker's 12. This motherfucker's 12. But I gave him one of my geek bars when I was fried as fuck. And he's a fucking wild-ass kid, but... and he's cool as fuck. I want to hang out with him again. And yeah, he's 12, and you could say I'm 17, he's 12, and I'm over here wanting to smoke. He's probably like 13 or 14 by now, but I want to smoke and drink with him and shit like that. But I honestly don't give a fuck. That guy was cool as shit. But yeah, guys, that was probably like the craziest night of my life. Thinking of a lot of other stories that have to do with like parties and substances and that kind of. I'm about to fuck up the rest of this chicken. Stay safe, everyone. I would say don't do what I do, but do it sometimes, It's fun. But stay safe, everyone. Have a good night. I gotta get home. And, yeah, I'll see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed.